Hey everybody, Andy Ryland here. Today we're at my mother's apartment in memory care at her nursing home. For further context, my mother was diagnosed with dementia consistent with Alzheimer's about 4 years ago. I was her caregiver for 3 years after that before she moved into this space. One of my biggest concerns with my mom making this transition was making sure that she would stay safe, comfortable, and connected to her friends and family while living here. So there's several tools that I've implemented into this space to make her thrive in that way. So a really great thing once my mom moved in here was she started doing better than she was at home, because the greatest thing about living community like this is that there's a social element that my mom just didn't have while she was at home. She's out there right now socializing with her neighbors and with staff. So that's the best part about being here. But she does need to recharge, and I sometimes come in the evenings and can tell that she's a little burnt out. So there's things that I've put in her room to make it very comfortable for her and a place for her to recharge after a big day of socializing. Also so that she can be connected to her outside world, her friends and family, and vice versa. If we're trying to get a hold of my mom, there's technology I've put into place that makes it easier to do so. So let me walk you through those tools step by step. And if there's anything that you've done for your loved one, feel free to share them in the comments below. All right, so let's start with the phone. I have my mom's phone set up over here. This is her permanent charging station. Now that's what I would make sure, is that you have a permanent area of the room set up to be the charging station. Another big thing is, first and foremost, to communicate with staff that this is something that you want your loved one to use as a tool for their independent practices out in the common areas if they're done socializing and they just want to be in their own space. I have found that the phone has come in really helpful for my mom to hold on to that familiar device that she's had in her hand for the past 15, 20 years. And it's a really special way to keep connected with her creatively, especially with Trusted Life Circle, which I'll show you in a minute. So we have her station here. I have this placemat here to make sure that there's kind of a bright area that shows the phone is there and kind of designates its space. And also here I have a mount that I've secured into the back of this TV stand. And we have a 6-inch plug here. Now I did start out with the traditional 3-foot plugs for my mom, but a lot of times I'd come back and I'd find that she had taken it while she's organizing and put it in some of her jacket pockets and whatnot. So the 6-inch plug so far is working pretty well. My mom has an iPhone 11, which came out before the MagSafe charger. So if you have an iPhone 12, or I forget what it is for Android devices, but look into whether your person's phone has wireless charging capabilities, because that could be a pretty good solution too. But actually for my mom, the analog, plugging the phone in the old-fashioned way has gone a long way for her. I actually find that she plugs it in from time to time. So that's the setup that we have here. And on the phone itself, you'll see that we have it set up in Assistive Access mode on the iPhone. My mom has the first beta version of Trusted Life Circle here, and she's been going through and liking photos, and it's been a really awesome way to stay connected with her and to keep her phone functional and safe while she uses it. Okay, so over here, we got this outlet cover for her to just keep things a little more safe. When I first set things up in here, I had everything plugged in, and there were basically plugs at hand level while she was sitting. So I got this outlet cover, and then I covered up the cords with conduit to just make sure that there's no fidgeting and no accidents with the outlet while she's living here. Okay, so over here, we have a skylight picture frame for my mom. These digital frames are awesome. Obviously, Skylight is an example. Frameo is another good one. Pixstar, there's a lot of great examples of these digital picture frames, and it's a really nice way for friends and family to send photos as well. Of course, then there's the old-fashioned way to share photos, and we have these photo organizers that have a bunch of printed photos from my upbringing, of my family and my mom's friends. And they have these nice manageable photo containers that I'll pull out maybe on a monthly basis to just rotate things around. And that's the thing I find my mom doing the most in this room, is going through old photos. And it's really special to witness her revisiting those old memories and reminding herself of what her life was all about. So I can't encourage photos more in this setting. So also, I believe this is called a Dementia Clock. It's one of the first things that come up on Amazon when you search dementia products. This just gives a really simplified display of what time it is. It has this setting for the day and the time of day. Or it has this setting too, which displays the actual time and the day and what time of day it is, including the date. So that's pretty nice to have. My mom often asks what time it is. And then over here, this is something called JubileeTV that we have set up on the TV. This actually works as sort of a webcam for my mom's TV. It turns this TV into a phone. So at any time of day, I can give my mom a call and do a video conversation with her, and she jumps right in like it's nothing, like it's a normal phone call. So this has been a really great way to transition my mom into sustainable communication with friends and family. I also can manage her TV remotely on my phone by putting, I have it hooked up to an Apple TV, and I can put on YouTube or movies that she likes. So JubileeTV is making a really great product. I can't recommend it enough. We view them as an ally here at Trusted Life Circle, and they're really blazing the trail in terms of creative care technology, and I love what they're doing. Okay, I have one more thing to show you, and it has to do with the mattress. For my mom, I got a bed warmer. Here in Milwaukee, it gets really cold in the winters, and my mom gets really cold. So Sunbeam, I believe, is the company. They make a full bed warmer, and this is the physical remote for it. I can turn it up or down. The best part about it is that I can actually control it remotely on my phone as well. And I can set it on a timer. Okay, that's all I got. I hope you found this video helpful. I got links to all the products I described in this video in the description below. Be sure to sign up for Trusted Life Circle if you want to make your loved one's phone a lifeline, not a liability. Take care of yourself and subscribe to Trusted Life Circle for more. We're here to help.